What's up, NASCAR Heat fans? David Land here, and today we are finally going to do two races in one single weekend, doing double duty for real this time, between the Camping World Truck Series and the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So let's head to Kentucky for the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225. I almost said 250. That would have been adding 25 miles to the race. That would be a bad thing. We also can achieve our 5-race incentive contract today in the Truck Series. So a lot of exciting things that can happen in Kentucky. Alright, here we are at the Kentucky Speedway for, I believe, the first time in the career mode in the Truck Series. Let's get qualified. Let's qualify last. And off of turn number 4 we go. Where are we going to buckle up, buckaroo, for this race? And it's not dead last. We out-qualified a couple of trucks. Not sure what Mills or Chastain were doing there, but hey, we're on pace. We're with the field. That's a good sign, right? Right? All right, here we go. And we're racing at Kentucky again, again at night. I don't remember the next time we're actually even going to get a day race in the Truck Series. Maybe Talladega? I don't know. But we are racing. By the way, I did loosen up the truck for qualifying, so maybe that had something to do with my pace. As we're going to try to run around the outside here in stage number 1. Of course, 8 laps to go in the stage. Fuel mileage is going to have us at 12 laps. So here we go. Around the outside we go. Where we stops, nobody knows. But I do suspect I will be coming into the pits at the end of this stage unless everybody else does, because we're not going to be able to make it to the end of the second stage without a stop. As we get a big draft going into turn 1, slide the truck just a little bit, really running a Larson line up there. Maybe a bit ill-advised to run that high on the track, but hey, we'll keep going behind Corbin Forrester, try to get a bump draft going with him. Not going to happen because I didn't touch him. And now around the outside of Tommy Joe Martins, who I don't think likes me very much, and also around Jennifer Jo Cobb, 3 wide. On the outside, they are driving the shorter distance around, so they are going to pull away just a little bit, but Wendell Chavis is going to Chavis me as we get all the way around the outside of the two of them. Just a little bit of contact on the exit. Now down the back straightaway, three wide ahead of me, with Hill, Quaffle, and Joe Nemechek, and we got a crash. Ryan Blaney in the wall, and he is spinning down to the inside of the track, and no caution. Ryan Blaney and Ben Rhodes. I just looked up. You guys probably got a better look at that than I did, because I was looking at Joe Nemechek, and I looked up and there was a car spinning down the track wildly. So unfortunately our teammate just got taken out, and we have no yellow to speak of. 4 wide there. Oh, and I just totally drove my truck into Tyler Young. That was a bit of a mistake. Now up into Todd Gilliland we go, almost running into him. Wow, what an eventful race this has been already. And we are moving swiftly up the field. But yeah, there's Truex in the pit, so we carry the hopes and dreams of the Hattori Racing team right now. We're going to try to drive around the outside of these guys. And now we're going to try to mess with Texas with Austin Wayne Self. And we're going to go 3 wide and not going to be able to pull off the pass yet. Timmy Hill, or Austin Hill, down to the inside. And now 3 wide we go between the teammates with Wayne Self and Yaley. Not going to happen yet. Going to try to slice down to the inside of Yaley and Self. Not yet. 3 to go in the stage. So the pit road is now closed. And there you go. There you go. Just use a little bit of side touching there to get around the 2 trucks here. I don't remember what team they're for. I want to say Red Horse Racing, but that team is dead. So I don't know which team that is. As we are pulling up to get 2 laps to go on the stage. Now we got to try to keep Yaley behind us as best we can. We're going to see him in the Xfinity race as well. So it's best not to make him mad, because we're going to be seeing him a lot again. Now, Stuart Friesen, Regan Smith, those are the 2 trucks I need to be passing to get some stage points. And it's not going to matter for either of those things, because I'm going to lose it all to Rhodes and all these guys. Gilliland's getting around. Oh, dear. Well, I was a little too aggressive in turn 2, and I ended up going around for it. Quaffle goes to the inside. He is going to get that position as well. I think we got one to go in the stage as we cross the line. Yes, indeedy do. One to go in the stage, presented by Credit One Bank. To the outside we go. And there's another truck in the outside wall. Looks like Cody Coughlin. So cars crashing, or trucks crashing all over the place. And that's going to be another truck in trouble as he almost causes another crash there with Austin Hill. We're going to try to drive around the outside. It's not going to work. I almost clobbered the wall there. So we'll come home 16th in stage number 1. And that means we'll be coming into the pits as soon as the stage results are in. And everybody else is pitting. What a shocker that is. I guess we'll pit as well, as much as I wouldn't like to. I guess I'll repair the truck. I don't think I really did much damage to it, but it's best to repair it when we've got the chance. So, about to go back to the green here. Should get some playoff points, or stage points this time from the playoff points, but you know what I mean. Here we go, back to racing at Kentucky. 9 laps to go in stage number 2. And around the outside I tried to go, and it kind of backfired. As the inside lane seems to be moving quite quickly. Tommy Joe Martins gets to the inside. There is Joe Nemechek as well. To the outside we go. Lifting off just a little bit. Just trying to get the run off of the corner. Not going to happen because Tommy Joe Martins is just going to sit right there where the draft would be for me. So we'll get in behind Austin Hill here. See what we can do on the outside. There you go. There's a good run. Very good run. Give Quaffle a shot down the back straightaway, even though he's not going to use it very effectively. Now in behind Yaley. We're going to move to the outside of Yaley. Oh, we got Yaley loose. He's driving up the track. Puts me in the wall. He's going to be spinning down the track. He saves it. Just. I'm not sure if he had trouble. No, that was just me wrecking him. So that was a mistake on my part. And it ended up costing me quite a few positions. Truck's a little bit damaged from that encounter. Now, well, at least the field is now spread out, which is maybe going to help a little bit in moving back up through the field. This is kind of a momentum track for the trucks. Oh, lots of push out of turn 4. But we can cut down just a little bit in behind Yaley. Grabbing a nice toe here. Down the main straightaway to the outside. Yaley's going to get in, stuck between Chavis and Chastain. We're going to go 3. Well, 3. We were 3 wide. I decided to create more of a rivalry with Wendell Chavis. And that was no bueno. And again, we're trying to work to the outside. Truck is pushing quite a bit. And we've got all of the wedge taken out of it, so I'm not really sure what else I can do. Chavis back to the inside. And we've got 5 laps to go on the stage, so woo doggies. This is quite the whoa! That was almost a spin. Was not expecting that, as you could probably tell by the raised octave in my voice. Trying to figure out what's the best course of action for the rest of this race. Will it be good to stay out at the end of the stage, or would it be smart to come in? I think coming in will be a good option, depending on what the rest of the trucks do. Doesn't seem like anybody's coming in at the end of the stage. So it seems like we're all going to be stuck on the same strategy. And that means I'm going to actually have to race up through the field, which I'm able to do here just a little bit. We're getting around Yaley. The side draft off of Jennifer Jo Cobb here, possibly. Whoops, that was more than a side draft. That was a bump, another bump. Out of the outside we go. Just a little bit of a lift in the entrance to the corner. Drive around the outside of Jennifer Joe, and now chasing down Joe Nemechek. I wish I was chasing down John Hunter because he's going to be up at the front, and I am not at the front. Really drove it in deep there in turn 4. Woo! That was probably a bit over ambitious because I almost ran into the back of Nemechek and then ran into the outside wall on the exit. We've got another good draft here. Oh, that was a poor entry to the corner. Very, very poor. Nothing like scraping the wall. And it looks like we're probably going to end this stage in a worse position than we started it, which is not a good sign. Still maintaining 150 miles an hour at least, kind of. These trucks are awfully slow compared to the Xfinity series, which I've been dominating so far. Again, we're going for our 5th Xfinity win in 5 tries up next, so that should be some fun. As we get in behind Joe Nemechek, still just cannot get around him at all. And can we make the pass this time? No, it's not going to happen. So that was a weird stage for sure. And we'll move into the final part of the race here. Starting 18th as everybody is pitting once again. And we're going to kind of have to do that as well. I'll tape the grill up and see if we can take a little bit more aggressive lines into the corner, get a little bit more front bite off. And here we go. 18th for the final stage. We've got 12 laps of fuel, 17 to go in the race, so the green flag pit stop will be occurring during this stage, unless, of course, there is a yellow. But considering the major crash we saw happen earlier, which brought out no caution, I'm not confident on that front. So here we go, back to racing. And a big draft off of Joe Nemechek now to find out what the grip level is like. A little bit squirrely going into the corner, but I feel like that was just because of the positioning of everybody else. I couldn't take the line I really wanted to. So 16 to go in the stage. I just barely lifted off the throttle going into turn 1, and it seems like now I've got the truck working quite well as we go around the outside of Quaffle. And Yaley, no, Quaffle's going to kind of bully me a little bit there. Now to the outside we go. 3, 4 trucks there in the rearview mirror. Well, Tommy Joe Martins is going to stick with me, but he's going to fall back, and I think he may have just had trouble because he just fell back very quickly, and Yaley just drove around me. I'm not sure how that happened, but good job, JJ. And now bouncing off of Yaley we go. Trying so desperately to bully him, but it's not going to happen. Yaley back to the front. And I just breathe the throttle just a little bit, trying to get that drive off of the corner. It's not happening yet. No, but maybe we've snuck to the inside of Yaley. No, not going to happen. Yaley again holding on to that lead. 169 miles an hour, and then flat out. Can we take this corner flat out? 1 and 2. Yes, we can, but did it gain us anything on Yaley? I don't think it did. So we continue to remain hamstrung in 14th or 15th place. Well, at least the difficulty seems to be back up. That's a good thing. I'm not sure what was going on in the last few races, but we were spanking the field. Then again, we've got an Xfinity race to go. So, you know, we know how that goes. Oh, wow. Austin Hill just hanging tough down to the inside. He didn't quite pass me, but it seems like the AI really stepped up their game here in Kentucky. They are really going quite well, as we've got another truck in the wall. That seems to be Austin Cindric, and he just pile drove, I think, Myatt Snyder. Whoa, Dougie's cars or trucks having all sorts of trouble tonight. Well, the attrition rate is high, which is probably a good thing because it means I might actually be able to finish well, despite the fact not really having a truck that has good speed. Whoa. I thought for sure the truck was going that time, and I thought it was going around, but it did not. And I'm diving it off into turn one once again. Truck again, just kind of keeping to the outside. Not really able to run the line I'd like to. And we're still not in really good points position. Again, doesn't really matter. We've got 3 wins on the season. But you know, why would you want to finish 14th? So 6 laps to go on the fuel. Tires are wearing. We've got 10 laps to go in the race, so we are going to have to pit with about 5 laps to go. But that does mean pretty much a splash and dash. I think we could probably take a half can of fuel and be okay to the finish, I would imagine. So we've got 10 to go at the line. And actually losing positioning to Yaley. Almost getting passed by Hill once again. Let's not run too low. You can see all my skid marks down there from the Code Brown moments I have had. So here we go. We got Hill again looking to the inside. Not happening. Not happening. The car just moving up the track just a little bit. The truck, I should say. The things I should say and the things I actually do say usually vary widely between the two. And again, Hill making the move down to the inside. Not going to happen. And this time we actually have a run on Yaley. So let's see, can we get it? And our truck's pitting. I saw some trucks moving fairly low on the track. That would be interesting to pit this early. No, they're not coming in. Though they should be. I mean, we're getting down to crunch time here. I've only got 3 laps left on my fuel. And that would make me assume that the rest of the field here is going to be coming in very shortly. Seems like we're really starting to overachieve here on our older tires, though. We're starting to really close in on Yaley, and we've got a yellow. There goes all the strategy. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, got 8 laps remaining on the fuel, so we're going to take a little bit of a strategy call here. 2 tires, no repairs, and we'll see if we can leapfrog some cars in the pits. No, we won't, because we'll actually fall to 17th. I guess most people just took fuel. I took tires. We got Ryan Truex to the outside, which is interesting. It seems like maybe somebody's slow in the middle. It's Myatt Snyder, who was damaged earlier, so that doesn't surprise me all that much. But we'll move up to 11th underneath Friesen. So, boy howdy, here we go. Fresh tires. Well, half fresh tires. And Friesen to the outside. Contact with Friesen. That is not going to be good. That is going to allow Hill and Quaffle to the outside, but I have the inside lane, and now I have the extreme outside lane. So I tried to get around Friesen, not happening yet. Get that draft going, see if he can drag us up into this lead group. So we've got 4 laps to go in the race. Swing out a bit wide here. Try to arc it down into the corner, and around Friesen we go. There you go, son. Get in there. So maybe we can get a top 10 out of this. Or maybe more. Who knows? As we arc way down into the corner. Briscoe going to go very slow. We're going to wreck Briscoe. That is going to be Briscoe very mad at me. Well, karma is a mother chicken, and we just spun out there. We've got a car coming up behind us. Quaffle down to the inside, and we're going to lose 10th position and 11th and 12th and all of that great stuff. So again, Briscoe slow in the middle of the corner. Can we get to the outside of him? We're sliding the truck very much. And now in behind Quaffle. Getting a nice run. Can we make it stick on the outside? Because you know Quaffle is going to take that center lane, which he did. Can we make it stick? They're coming to the inside. Briscoe makes the move. Quaffle down there. And they're going to hang on. They're going to hang on to that position. Try to swing to the outside once again. Drive around the extreme outside of the circuit. Down to the inside. Well, I want to get a top 10 at least. That would be nice. But it looks like Briscoe is really starting to pull away now. Why am I looking at fuel? I don't need to look at fuel. We're coming up to 1 lap to go. Well, it's going to be a battle for the top 10, I guess. And Quaffel's coming down to the inside, so wow. AI really stepping up their game at Kentucky. 1 to go. Friesen to the outside. Is he going to get there? No. And we got to be very careful running on the bottom here because you know what's happened the last few times. We're going to battle with Quaffel off of the back straightaway. Friesen to the outside. And it looks like we're going to lose some positioning again. And we're just trying to hold it in the outside lane. Not going to happen. Friesen down the inside. He's actually going to get us by the line. Possibly Hill as well. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, my God. We've lost that position. 14th. Wow. The AI has stepped up their game at least. So, 14th. Yeah. Cindric actually finished behind us. So, considering he was in the wall, pretty good result for him. Infinger won the race from Ben Rhodes, who was involved in that first crash. So good for them pretty much all around. And I just realized I lost out on the incentive contract because I didn't even get a top 10. Wow. Well, these incentive contracts are becoming very hard to come by. That is for sure. So let's head back to the well, actually, I think we got points. Yeah. Okay. No, we only have 2 wins, so 2 wins, but, you know, again, we're still pretty well aligned in the chase. We've still got 11 playoff points, which is more than everybody else, so that's good. Now let's head back to the race shop and see what our Xfinity ride is for this weekend. So yeah, we blew it on the Xfinity contract, or the incentive contract. Wow, those things are tough to get, but for Xfinity, Jimmy Means Racing. I think this is the team that wanted to have me the last time, and then we lost their car. But we won't lose their car this time. We're going to get hopefully a top 18 finish, but I think we're going to do better than that. And here we go. Let's see if the AI have stepped it up here at Kentucky for the Xfinity Series. So can we go 5 for 5 here in the Xfinity Series? Let's get this gold Camaro qualified and see where we stack up. So off of turn number 4, we're 10 miles an hour faster than we were coming out of the corner in the truck, so that means last. Only 2/10 off of Stephen Light. Elliott Sadler takes the pole, but we're going to have to work our way up through the field. But that hasn't stopped us before, has it? Let's get racing. Oh man, these night races. So many night races. Here we go. Racing at Kentucky. Can we make it 5 for 5 here in Xfinity? Underneath Ray Black Jr. and Dylan Lupton. Car get a little bit loose on the bottom because I did loosen it up for qualifying. Ooh, sliding up the track just a little bit. Let's see what we can do here in turn number 3. Again, everybody fairly slow through here, but I'm not very confident running extremely to the outside just yet. We'll see. 3 wide we go. Oh, contact with David Starr. Ooh, car almost lost it there. Now to the extreme outside. We're going to try to make this outside lane work. We're going to try to get around Matt Tift here. And give him a little bit of a shot down the straightaway since he's decided to be so kind and come up in front of me. Oh, hey, look, it's Daniel Hemrick. By the way, I was at the Xfinity race in Dover this weekend, or at least this weekend in terms of when I'm recording this, and I was impressed with Daniel Hemrick. I think he's a pretty talented guy, at least from my observations of his driving during the course of the race. I would say he's one to watch if he can ever get a better ride. Just an FYI, anyway, from my observations. And here we go, around the outside of Garrett Smithley, one of like 100 Flex Seal cars in the race. By the way, that's for real. When you go to an Xfinity race, like every other car is sponsored by Flex Seal. It's very hilarious. And here we go to the outside. Trying to get around. Not going to happen yet. Well, a little bit of a block by Armstrong there. Not really a block, but I just kind of got stuck behind him. So down the back straightaway, let's see what we can get to the outside potentially. Yes, we can. Just breathing the throttle. ever so lightly, and we got something going on in the middle of the pack. It looks like, oh wow, okay, Brandon Jones just had major trouble. Too bad he couldn't slow up a little bit more of this pack out front, but you know. Around the outside of Logano, that would not be where that car would be running in real life if he was running this race. I can say that with almost absolute certainty. So we're going to get in behind the 39 car of Sieg here. And to the outside we go. Coleslaw Custard. Can we get him? Not yet. Oh, I thought that Ryan Sieg car said blah. Why did they put a Kimi Räikkönen joke on the side of his car? But that is not the case. False alarm. False alarm. Now, blah. Oh, I almost clobber the wall there off of the corner. As we got the Smithfield car behind me, or the fake Smithfield car, the false Smithfield God, as we should start calling it. I don't know. As we get in behind Casey Kane here, he won't be driving for that car, or that. I don't think he'll be driving a Hendrick-affiliated Xfinity car anymore. That's what I was trying to say. As we're driving around the outside of everybody, all the way up next to the yellow and green wall, which, let me tell you, that is a beautiful color combination. There has never been a nicer looking color combination on a wall ever. As I'm still trying to work around the outside of Coleslaw there. It's not happening. Not happening yet. At 8 laps of fuel, how many laps in this stage? We've got 3 to go in the stage. So will that mean that everybody's going to pit at the end of the stage? That probably means yes. And that probably means I can't do any stage strategy. What a shame. What a shame. We are still 3 wide with the Smithfield and Coleslaw. And now we're getting into Bubba there. And shove Bubba off into the corner. Thankfully he did not lose control. What I almost did, I almost smacked the wall, and the false god Smithfield car back to the inside. He's able to take that position away from me. And now we'll get in behind Coleslaw here, and potentially, well, we'll try to get around him. Let's see what we can do here on the outside. And behind Bubba, we'll give Bubba a shot. Come on, Bubba, go. Go, Bubba. Go to freedom, Bubba. Please, please, we must go to the front, Bubba. Nope, not happening. Bubba still hanging tough on the outside. And there's Kane down to the inside once again. 1 lap to go on the stage, presented by NASCAR Heat Tow. Can I get... Well, we're going to get Bubba past Almirola at least. We're going to help Bubba. We're going to help Bubba. Come on, Bubba. Let's go. Let's go. Bump draft. Bump draft. Get around that Flex Seal car. Uh-oh. I may have wrecked him. No, I think we're all right. But I made a terrible mistake that have actually ruined Bubba's race. No, not really, but I mean, he's a little bit further back than he would have been otherwise if I hadn't been shoving him into the corner. So, my mistake. And it looks like the field is splitting their strategy. That is very interesting. This is gonna be, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll pit. Oh well, did I pit? I didn't pit because I spent too long thinking about it. And okie dokie. Well, we're up at the front. That may have been a mistake. 10 laps to go in the stage and 5 laps on the field. So we're going to need a little bit of yellow, to say the least. Well, we'll get to see if we can run up front. Coleslaw Custard ahead of us. I wish I would have passed him now in retrospect if I was going to stay out. But we've got a lot of well, we ran into Yaley, so we continue that rivalry if there is one. And I really should have come in for tires because the car is pushing up the track something fierce now. So we should really try to get to the bottom if we can. There we go. Okay. Wow. So very loose. So very loose. How was I able to save that? I did not help Yaley very much by doing that, but I was able to save the car. Just lift off into the corner. Now it starts to move up the track. Me no likey the wandering. Okay. So can we take the lead here? And there's Elliott Sadler, who is the fastest car on the track, as we've found out by qualifying. So clearly the leaders are quite fast on fresh tires. And they were pretty fast to begin with. Oh, I should have lifted earlier. There goes. Well, not only is Smithley going to get away, but Sadler, Gone, and Reed are going to get to the inside of me. That's a shame. And we're low on gas, but really not so much. Not as much as you would think. So I'm going to watch that fuel like a hawk right now. And if I can just stay up with these leaders. Okay, so it just went to one lap as we would have been coming into the pit, so we're going to be good for one more lap here. And there goes some stops, so we'll move up to fourth briefly. We're going to have to come in and make a green flag pit stop. Yes, 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 Spotter, I understand that. I understand that quite a bit. And we are going to, well, I could splash and dash, try to stay on the lead lap. I think that may be my best course of action. And then pit again at the end of the stage and just be good to go. As Clements is going to get down to the inside. Now I'll start braking heavily for the pit lane, as we've got a car trying to pass me to the inside. And I got a speeding penalty. Perfect. Well, since we got penalized, we're only going to come in just for one can of fuel, and then we're going to have to wait. We're definitely losing a lap, and it'll be a question of whether or not we get the lucky dog. 21 seconds, for the love of God. This is it. I think maybe we're going to end up not maintaining our streak here, it looks like, at this point. Well, maybe I should have just come in for full service, but I guess it's better just to lose one lap than lose a whole bunch of laps. So I've got 8 laps. How can I fix this problem? So I think we'll stay out again at the end of this stage, get a wave around, come in again under the green, assuming that everybody else is going to have to pit one more time, as well as us. This is all very convoluted. We have to kind of be convoluted at this point. At the very least, I did not lose 2 laps. We're only 1 down, so that's good, even though we're not going to be able to stay on the stage strategy, or stay on the strategy of the leaders. The only thing we can really hope for is a caution. Tires are looking quite bad, but again, at the beginning of the next stage, we'll be coming into the pits. Again, this is just to get back on the lead lap, and then it'll be all about running super fast at the end of the, or I guess for the rest of the last stage of the race. Just trying to make up ground as best I can. So we are catching the cars in front of us, so that's a positive considering on how bad of tires we're on at the moment. And I do wonder if they're going to pop before the end, but I think they have to get down to all the way to 0 before they pop. And again, we'll just run around the bottom here, and there is the end of the stage, so there you go. Actually, we end up saving a little bit of fuel that way, which is kind of nice, even though we're the last car running. And pretty much all the lead lap cars are pitting, so that will mean we will get a wave around by not pitting. But unfortunately, well, we didn't get a wave around. Oh, boy. Well, this is poor strategy just all around. So we'll get back to racing here. And we'll be coming into the pits very quickly. We'll just see what we can do on the old tires for 4 laps. And we've got a car in the wall. We got in the wall. Is that going to bring out the yellow? It's Allgaier and Whoa, Bubba Wallace, and they run into each other, but no caution. But considering how bad my tires are right now, I'm just going to bring it in. I don't think we're going to get a yellow. Better just to take our lumps now rather than take them later. And there's a caution. So we get a free pit stop. Free pit stop, I guess. That's pretty cool. Or do we? I don't know what's going on. Do not pit. I think we'll be alright. Unless this is a weird glitch. Okay, we're still a lap. Well, we didn't lose a lap, which is good, I guess. But I didn't gain anything out of that. Well, at least I've got fuel on board now, which is nice. But we need another yellow, and we need to be the first car one lap down to get back on the lead lap. You got Ty Majeski, very slow there. Blake Cook, excuse me. Green and black cars, and again, he screws me by being so slow. Up to 33rd position. And we're going to get by Yaley once again, scraping off of him. Down the main straightaway. 21 laps to go, 14. Well, we'll have to pit once. We'll have to pit twice. Wow, so much pitting. So much pitting. Down to the inside of Logano. Maybe give him a bump into turn 3. I don't know if I actually did or not. Well, I don't know what's going to happen now, because I think there's a lot of guys who did not pit when I pitted. So, are they going to have to pit in the next couple laps? And if so, does that mean I'm going to pass them? This is, you know, you live by the stage strategy, you die by the stage strategy, and I didn't even make a strategy call. I was going to come into the pits, and then the game decided that I was not going to come into the pits. So, let's see what we can make up here. So Majeski's the next car, Timmy Hill after that, the car that I won with the first time out. We're just kind of in line here. Get in behind Logano, give him a shot. And work our way to the outside. And get around him, now in behind Coleslaw Custard. Give him a little bit of a shot down into turn number 3. Whoops, uh-oh. That's a little bit more than a shot. A little bit more than a shot. So Coleslaw is going to hate me. You would even past the point where I have called him by a food name. And out of the outside of Majeski. And in behind Joey Gate, or Timmy Hill. I am driving Joey Gase's car. Excuse me. I've misappropriated that car to the wrong driver. And around him we go. So up into 30th. We're still not anywhere near. Well, okay, Stephen Light's the last car on the lead lap, it appears, because Garrett Smithley is 30 seconds ahead. So this is the battle that we need to be very focused on right now. Because we need to get in front of Stephen Light. It looks like we'll be able to do it fairly easily. And there you go, up a position. And now into the lucky dog spot. Would a caution be brought out? And now around Daniel Hemrick. Had a really nice run going into turn number 3, and that was a pretty easy pass. Down behind Matt Tift. On the outside. Catching a little bit of draft off of Ray Black Jr. Right around the outside we go. Very nice, very nice. Well, we've got to be up 10 more positions. That is the goal. Is it even possible to do? Again, we need a yellow, we need a lucky dog, and we need some serious moxie on the restart when it happens. Or we need 10 cars to drop out of the race, but I feel like that is not going to happen. And now hard on the throttle, chasing the car down the track. Chastain, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think we're moving to the inside, possibly going to get him. A little bit of a contact there. Working our way to the outside of Kennedy. Not quite going to get there this time. Still no cars pitting. Well, no, there are some cars pitting. There was, it looked like Ryan Sieg was in the pits. Obviously, Bubba Wallace is there because of the crash. And can we make it around? These positions really don't matter all that much, unfortunately, because of the fact that just how everything's worked out. But then again, I mean, I don't know how it's all going to work out, because if we get a yellow in the right spot, I don't know where our track position is actually going to line up when we get back to the green. Again, I'm not confident in a yellow yet. And even if a car crashes, as we saw in the truck race, well, we're going to find out, because I just wrecked Ben Kennedy. That was unintentional, but I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, so we get to load the car up. We get the free pass. A few cars got the wave around, including Coleslaw Custard and Garrett Smithley. So here we go. And the cops are coming for me because I totally stole that lucky dog by accidentally. Literally, I did not mean to, I swear, I did not mean to cause the accident as soon as I was talking about an accident. But underneath Brandon Jones, and now 3 wide with Yaley. 4 wide with Yaley and Smithley and somebody else. Now to the outside we go. We're behind. The problem is we're behind a lot of the lap cars now too. So we have to pass them and then start passing cars that are for position. Kennedy's actually ahead of me still. So clearly he brought out the yellow, but didn't actually crash his car, I guess. So we're going to try to get around Hemrick here. Not happening yet. Give him a little bit of a shot down the back straightaway. The outside we go. Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. RCR is going to hate me right now. 2 of his cars we've wrecked in the past few seconds. Into Ross Chastain. No. We lost the track position to Ty Majeski. Thankfully it wasn't a position. But, yeah, I'm sorry to Daniel Hemrick. I did not mean to do that. That was very uncalled for. Very uncalled for. We need to be 18th. And how many laps do we? Well, we got 12 laps on fuel, but that's not what I'm looking for. And we've got about 6 laps to do it. Oh, as we got a car stopped at the pits. So that's potentially going to be a huge crash if somebody catches him in the wrong spot. So, note to self, run high in turn 4. And just hope and pray that I don't get caught up in it when it happens, because I'm fully expecting it will happen. Possibly on this lap. So we're going to run high in turn 4 and not get LePage by the car stopped at the pit lane entrance. Looks like he finally got into pits though, so it's all good now. But boy, that was a touch and go situation there for a second. Boy, Kentucky is throwing all sorts of stuff at us. As we're starting to drive up through the field, I just don't think we're actually going to get to the front before the end of the race. Unless we get a couple of NASCAR overtimes. That's probably the only way I can actually get up there. But we can get into the money position. That is one thing we can do. Because we've only got 2 cars we need to pass for that, and 3 laps to do it. As I work my way around the top side of the track. Get around Dakota Armstrong. Now 1 position to go. And we will actually have earned this contract somehow. And $100,000 of money we cannot use in this game. So to the outside of Logano. We've got kind of come to 2 laps to go here. And can we get to the inside of Logano? Ooh, ooh, no. This is not my day. Not my day. Oh, coleslaw custard. Garrett Smithley. We're going to get a yellow? We do. Thank God. Thank God. Hey, guess what? We're going to take tires. We're not going to take fuel. Repair the car. And try to get 10 positions in NASCAR overtime. Can we do it? Let's see. Here we go, racing. Once again. I've got like an aerodynamic part sticking out of the side of my car. Not really sure what that is. But if I win this race, I need to do a huge burnout to destroy the rear end evidence of whatever the part that is. So, we're not moving up very fast at all. We'll see what we can do here in turn 3. To the outside we go. Still haven't gained a position. Still 28th. Oh boy, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. We are going to lose out on this 52 contract. 1 to go. Come on, Matt Tift, go! Go! Well, I don't think it's going to happen. We're not even going to gain any more positions. Wow. Well, we're gonna really drive it in there. Let's see. We're gonna gain some positions, but it's not gonna be nearly enough positions. Not nearly enough. And we don't get the contract. What a shame. So 25th. Yep, that is what that is. Carl Long just decided not to show up today. I guess he's starting parked. William Byron won from Elliott Sadler. And it was a whole junior motorsports deal up at the front. We're still 23rd in the points with 22 playoff points. So make of that what you will. And let's go get yelled at by the team owner of the 52, shall we? But at least they agree with me that Kentucky's a tough track. Oh well. We'll move on and finally have our Xfinity streak broken. And now to another Camping World Truck Series race. And you know what? We're just going to do an easy incentive contract. And next time, Eldora. Yes! I sneezed. I don't even care. I'm allergic to dirt, apparently, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to race Eldora. That is going to be a separate video all by itself, so until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. We'll be racing on the dirt next time. Hope to see you in the next video.